All right, Mark, tell me a little bit about your motorcycle. I personally am interested in the adventure bikes. I've started looking at them a little bit more. Right now I'm poor, so I can just dream now. There was a time where I was poor and I could just dream about owning a Harley one time. And then I owned it. There was a time where I was poor and dreamed about owning a Honda, and eventually I owned the Honda. So tell me a little bit about your motorcycle.
All right, so it all began when, after I went through pancreatic cancer, my surgeon said, Mark, even though you had a successful surgery, 5% chance to live in the next 5 years. So after my jaw hit the floor, I got in my Tacoma and I went on my national park rampage. I did 26 national parks, but something was missing. I mean, I have a nice Tacoma, but I would go down the roads in Utah and Arizona and I couldn't go down them. I would get stuck. So I came home. This is what you should do. Sell your Harley Davidson. I sold my Heritage. I bought me this. And I thought I would miss out on the camaraderie of this, you know, hanging out with guys with Harleys and going to bike nights and doing charity rides. But I had no clue. There was so much more to do as an adventure rider. I mean, we do that kind of thing. I mean, I would say there's more people that ride adventure bikes and do that kind of stuff than people on Harleys and stuff like that. So that's where this started from. And I mean, I've had this for 4 years. This July, I've got 39,000 miles on this motorcycle. I bought it flat out with 1 mile on it. So I ride. But the great thing about this
is the V-Storm?
V-Strom. V-Strom 650. I looked at the 1050.
Sorry, I call it the V-Storm. I always have. My license plate is Storms.
There's a cool forum on the net called Stormtroopers.
Okay.
So, you know, like sort of like the Stormtroopers. So that's where that came from. But yeah, I mean, it's like I can go anywhere I want to now. I mean, there's single track, there's some muddy roads I won't go down, but for the most part, the roads that I wanted to go down in my Tacoma, I can now go down in this thing. And that's, I mean, I love this.
That's super cool. Super cool. This helmet lit up here is actually pretty freaking cool too. Now,
I'm all about safety.
I know you love to ride and everything else, but I know you have another passion.
It's kayaking.
It's kayaking. So, one could either kayak or one could ride a motorcycle.
But I do both.
And you said, or why can't I do both of these?
Yeah.
All right, tell me a little bit about, tell me about your kayak and tell me about this apparatus that you have carrying this thing, pulling it behind a motorcycle.
So a buddy of mine, he tows his kayak behind his KLR. He's got a 2-wheel kayak trailer. And after I said, Lee, help me out with my bike. You know, what can I do to tow my kayak behind my bike? And he ghosted me. And I think it's because he wanted to be the only one in the United States to tow a kayak behind his bike. So I one-upped him with a 1-wheel kayak trailer that weighs 40 pounds. I made the whole trailer for my 66-pound current designs, 14-foot kayak, but it was too heavy. So on my birthday, Mother's Day, I went out and bought me this one. It's 41 pounds. I can carry it with one hand. I shortened the length of the spine by 1.5 feet, so it doesn't bottom out anymore. But the whole idea came from a guy, his name is Joel. If you look him up, it's kipmoto.com. He makes dual sport trailers for dual sport bikes, because if you have a dual sport bike, this is an adventure motorcycle, but dual sport bikes, you can't carry a lot of gear like I can. So he made these little 8-foot long trailers to hold like a Rubbermaid kayak, a Rubbermaid container. I took that idea, I bought that from him, I bought the wheel from him, and then I added that 14-foot spine to haul my kayak. And
all right, Justin. Ladendorf Law has been a sponsor of Steel Horse Thunder for many years. There's been some changes. What can we expect?
Well, Ladendorf Law is now Ladendorf, Fregiato, and Bigler as of the 1st of this year, January 1st, 2024. It is the same team, the same people. Everyone's still involved. We just simply have a name change. Myself, Dustin Fregiato, and Matt Bigler are now partners with Mark.
Okay. And so the fact that Ladendorf Law is now Ladendorf, Fregiato, and Bigler, you guys are bigger and badder than ever, correct?
Of course, absolutely.
All right, integrity is still the same?
Absolutely.
All right, Dustin, I'm glad you guys are on board.
Thank you very much.
Big shout out to Krambo's. Chris Crampy, world-renowned painter. They have Harley mechanics. They have all the accessories, the bells and whistles that you need for your motorcycle. They do great tire sales there, and they have some really cool attire. Get your swag at Krambo's. US 40 over in Greencastle. That's right, it's the Texaco building, 6.3 miles west of US 231, right off of US 40. You know what they say, Krambo's, they'll get you noticed. How is it pulling it? I mean, I imagine, backing up's got to be a bitch. But how is it?
I was running late getting down here, so I hit 90 coming down 69, and I didn't even know that was behind me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, it wasn't going back and forth.
It's light enough weight to where I would imagine even when you're braking, it probably isn't trying to push you too terribly hard.
No, it really doesn't, because it's hooked up to my axle. Mm-hmm. And so when I hit the brakes, I mean, it's just like normal. I mean, I don't even have to downshift and, you know, try to do that. But I mean, it's because the trailer by itself is about 38 pounds, the kayak's 41 pounds. I can still haul about, 40 pounds of camping gear in my cockpit. And yeah, I mean, when it's fully loaded, I don't go 90 miles an hour.
Right.
So,
right.
I went down to Land Between the Lakes a couple weeks ago, and that was its major test. And yeah, it did great. So when I go out to Utah, in Arizona, to go down the Colorado River, I'm going to switch that out, that knobby, for a Michelin street tire, so it'll get better mileage, I guess you might say. But
right.
Other than that, yeah, I mean, these are my two loves, my adventure bike and my kayak.
That is fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. You get a shot of that one wheel on the bot back there and stuff. Did you get a shot of that there, Warren? It's just
And I had critics. They said, Mark, you need marker lights on that trailer. And the fact that it sits so low, they made a good point. So I added these. So at nighttime, it really gets bright.
Yeah. So it lights up.
You can't miss me.
No, that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it was a heck of a job.
Yeah, I need to replace the battery.
There we go.
The batteries last about 10 hours.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, you got a heck of a setup, man. I mean, and maybe it's my age. I don't know. But this to me looks like it'd be a freaking blast. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get off the road. We've covered a few adventure rides now lately, over the last few years. And I'm like, dude, this is me. You know, if I have a problem on an adventure ride, it's my own fault. It's not because somebody's texting and driving. It's not because somebody's eating a McDonald's hamburger or eating a bowl of cereal, steering with their knee. It's got nothing to do with any of that. It's because I was an idiot and I ran into the tree myself. You know what I mean? It's my own fault. And there's just something about that I watch these guys, and then the night before, they'd have some beers and sit by a fire, and everybody was camping, and then the next day they do their ride and everything else, and when they get back, then they have a few more beers, they do a cookout, and they're having a blast. Everybody's telling the stories about what went on during the day, and I was like, this is pretty darn cool.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, like I said, after going through cancer, this is my dream. It really is.
And how are you doing physically? You doing good?
My oncologist told me 6 months ago that I'm cured, and to hear that from an oncologist saying you're cured from pancreatic cancer,
right?
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
And as far as you like doing the whole adventure thing, I bet I get 10 years on you. I'm 63, and my life is just starting to ride and really enjoy it.
Well, I wish you had 10 years on me. I actually may have a few months on you. So yeah, I turned 64 this year.
Oh, yeah,
so,
you have a few more months on me.
Yeah. But no, this is just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Man, I appreciate you coming out here, coming all the way down here
I enjoy it, man.
to let me see this, man. This is just super cool. I know we did it. We were doing Facebook Live. I know we tried doing it, but we got a little too far away from Wi-Fi, so it kind of got sketchy. That's why I wanted to sit and talk to you a little bit more about all this because, dude, I'll tell you what. If I was to look into a crystal ball, I have a funny feeling something like this is what I'd see in my future. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. Right on.
All right, man.
And that's just for safety.
The lights on the helmet. That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, when it gets
were
dark
you guys able to
outside.
see the lights on the helmet? That's
It's got like 16 different patterns, 32 different lights.
ah,
It's got a hazard function, so if I'm on the side of the road, I can turn that to bright yellow and it flashes just like a hazard light.
nice. Very nice. Super cool. All right, man. Well, we'll get back to the party. I hear them hooting and hollering over there. We better get back over to the party, but